Hi, it's Ian again here from Safety First Driving School. This video we're going to focus on the turnabout manoeuvre as part of the driving test. So you may find yourself driving along a road and the driver tester will ask you to pull in on the left side of the road. Make sure you park nice and close to the left side of the road within 18 inches of the curb. Try not to block a driveway if you can. If you have an option to pull in between two driveways, then do so. If you find yourself parked on the left side of the road and there's a driveway on the other side, there is a temptation to go up the driveway to create more space to complete the manoeuvre. But if you hit the curb on either side, you'll get a grade 2 fault on the test. But if you mount the driveway or mount the curb, you will fail the driving test. So make sure you don't hit the curb on either side. You obviously wouldn't park opposite another parked car anyway on a narrow road, so try to make sure there's no parked car on the other side. This first example is a turnabout that you'll be expected to do in 3 points on the test. Because the road is wide enough to complete it in 3 manoeuvres where you should only have to reverse once instead of twice, especially in a relatively small car with power steering. If you're driving a big Jeep or a big longer car or saloon car, you may need to reverse again, but in a car this size, the driver tester will expect you to do it in 3. So we're going to demonstrate that for you now. So the first thing you need to do is your move off correctly and your gosh, remember your gear observation signal handbrake. So I'm going to go into first gear, glance over my left shoulder, check out my mirrors indicate right, turn the wheel a little bit to the right to get it turned slightly. Don't try not to lock the wheel before you start. The road is clear, my handbrake is on, over the right shoulder, release the handbrake, slow the clutch, get the car moving, then hard the wheel as quickly as you can. Lock it as quickly as you can. The quicker you lock the wheel, the better. Make sure you don't hit the curb. Check up and down the road over both shoulders into reverse. Now it's important you don't roll into the curb in front of you, so you can bring up the clutch a little bit so the car doesn't roll into the curb. So check over both shoulders again. Look for the curb if you can't see it in your wing mirrors. Bring up the clutch slowly, fast with your hands over your left shoulder. Your rear view mirror, your right shoulder. With clutch control, you can check over both shoulders again. Make sure don't hit the curb on the way back. And there's no need to signal to finish, but must take good observation up the road. If a car comes, check up and down the road, it's clear. Slow the clutch fast with your hands again to finish tight on the left side of the road. Then more than likely the driver tester will ask you to park on the left side. Make sure you indicate left to park on the left side of the road. I'm now parked on a very narrow road. In a typical road you may be asked to do a turnabout in your driving test. On this kind of road you have no choice to have to reverse twice because the road is so tight. But remember, it's not a 3-point turn, you may reverse more than once if you like. So again, you're going to do your gosh, so always first gear, glance over your left shoulder, check all your mirrors indicate to the right. Because the road is so tight, I'm looking to turn the wheel quickly as I bring my clutch up because the road is very narrow. So the road ahead is clear, over the right shoulder, release the handbrake, turn the wheel hard as you bring the clutch up. Get reasonably close to the curb, close as you can, again without hitting the curb. That's enough now. Check up and down the road over both shoulders. Over the left shoulder, the road is clear. Slow the clutch fast with your hands and lock the wheel as quick as you can using clutch control to control the speed. Again, observation, finish over the right shoulder without hitting the curb. Check up and down the road. Slow the car fast with your hands. Because the road is so tight, keep the car moving the whole time. So it shouldn't take too long to complete. Over both shoulders again. Now I'm going to finish, but before I start, glance over my left shoulder so there's nothing coming. Slow the car fast with my hands one more time to finish. So even though the road is narrow, you're looking to do it at a competent level for your driving test. And then you'll be asked to pull in and park again on the left.